Hello. How should how? Well, I know I don't have an intro prepared for this, but anyway, let's skip that part for now. I'm Trubix, and this is my new and first channel of YouTube. So for a lot of time, I've been thinking of what my first video should look like. There are a lot of games I would love to talk about. However, there are a lot of videos of the games I like right now, like Dark Souls, Hollow Knight, Celeste, etc. So I didn't want my video to be completely buried, and I also didn't want to give the impression that I only was going to talk about those kind of games. So I wanted to talk about something that is famous but not that much. So I came with the idea to start my channel with one of the games I started with. There were three games that I remember being the first ones. They were Batman Arkham Asylum, Spider-Man Web of Shadows, and of course, Plants vs. Zombies. I don't remember which one was the first, but Plants vs. Zombies was the one that I was more attached to. However, it's been years since I don't play it, probably big thanks to Plants vs. Zombies 2, and the fact that I was years expecting them to finish it. But anyway, Plants vs. Zombies 2 is a story for another day. But that game really fortifies my hate for Electronic Arts. Anyway, I finally going to play Plants vs. Zombies again after years and give my updated opinion of the game. So let's go. We start in this kind of cemetery with some options. If we look for help, we receive a very nice help from somewhere. However, I'm a pro gamer, so I don't need advices. There we have a mode where we can create zombies, no thanks. So let's start with Jesus, what is the necessity of... So, here we start. They show us what kind of enemies we are facing, and they give us a line of grass, where we can set our plans. Our first plan is the pea shooter, who, surprisingly, shoots peas. Almost all the plants in this game have a certain amount of suns to plant them, and suns come from the sky. Once we end, we get a new plant for the next level, the sunflower, who can produce suns to speed the process. In the level 2 we get more grass in the yard. Also, the zombies also don't go into the yard with no grass. They don't like dirt, I suppose. The whole mechanics with the suns and the plants adds a lot to the strategy, but it's not overwhelming, which is pretty good. After the second and third level you get an explosive plant and a defensive plant. It will take longer time to input again, which also adds more to the strategy. After that we get the full yard. They give you a shovel which can eliminate plants, which is pretty useful. And then we meet the best character in the game, not like he has a lot of competence. Crazy Dave, your neighbor who will help you to play bowling? This is the first of the game's mini-games, which are normally a few in each section. Anyway, we play bowling, but nothing too crazy. After this, we get the potato mine, which basically work well with the first zombies of the level. In these levels also appear other zombies like the conehead zombie, who resists more than the normal one, the pole vaulting zombie, who goes faster and can jump over one plant, and the bucket head zombie, who resists even more attacks. We get the snow pea, which is more expensive but can slow down the enemies. Then we get the chomper, who can eat zombies but needs time to digest them. Now we have enough plants to decide which ones go, so decide well. Then we get the repeater, who's even more expensive but shoots 2 peas instead of 1. And then we get to the final level of the section, where the zombies send us a letter where they show us once again their abilities in writing, and give us a very friendly death threat. Instead of getting suns to spend in the plant, they give us the plant directly. This whole section from levels 1 to 10 works pretty well. teaching the mechanics slowly but with good rhythm. I normally don't mind difficulty in video games if it's well executed. For example, if you go with very easy challenges and then you drop a really hard one, it can be unfair because or you didn't have time to learn it, or you had an easy way of doing but you have to change it because it doesn't work anymore all of a sudden. In the same way, if it's pretty hard and then suddenly it becomes really easy, it can be disappointing. I like how chaotic these levels can get. If you do well, you can get a full screen with plans.